So, now the last movie that we're going to review is Easy A, starring Emma Stone. It's directed by Will Gluck. That's really fun. Anyway, Emma Stone plays a high school student. She's very unpopular, not many friends. In the beginning of the movie, she even only has one friend, and then through the course of the movie, she's not even really friends with her anymore. Spoiler alert, I guess. But I basically, in order to get out of something that she really doesn't want to do, she pretends she's going on a date with some guy in college that nobody's ever actually going to know. And because of that, she ends up getting a reputation as having slept with this imaginary person. So she begins to get the reputation of being easy in school. And as so happens every now and again when you're in high school, the required reading at the time for her was The Scarlet Letter. And so a lot of parallels, she drew on a lot of parallels from her life, from the book and different things like that. I personally loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic. I thought the acting was really well done. The dialogue was really snappy. And the other thing that I enjoyed the most about this movie, Stanley Tucci plays her father. And
Patricia Clarkson.
Patricia Clarkson plays her mom. I even enjoyed Amanda Bynes as the antagonist in the story. She plays a very uptight Christian character that believes in chastity and
kind of a parody.
Her favorite teacher is Thomas Hayden Church, who's married to Lisa Kudrow, the school counselor. I thought every single character, no matter how much or how little they were on the screen, was very entertaining to watch, was very well fleshed out, but not overbearing. Stanley Tucci is the father, almost stole the show, but he toned it back enough to recognize that this was more.
He got to work with Patricia Clarkson, who is very good too.
Amazing, yeah. I loved it from beginning to end. I admit I am a fan of Mean Girls and She's the Man. Those are some of my favorite movies. And there's a lot of parallels. It is a high school comedy.
Yeah, a teen movie.
It's a teen movie, but at the same time, I also thought that it dealt with a lot of complex, more adult themes. And it handled them in a way that wasn't going to go over the heads of a high school student.
Yeah.
But at the same time was very engaging for someone to watch, even though they weren't a high school student. Yeah. I personally give this movie an A, easily. And just because
you went there.
I did. I'm sorry. But I enjoyed watching it, every minute of it.
I agree with you. I give it an A-. I thought that this was probably the best movie of its kind since Juno.
Yeah.
And I agree with the dialogue.
I actually wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah, I think the dialogue is great. And it's not, as much as I like Juno, there is some of that Diablo Cody sort of ridiculous dialogue where she over-stylizes it. And this is smart dialogue, but not overly stylized.
Not alienating.
Yeah, exactly. Not just like, what are they even saying? I've never heard that word before. And I agree with you. I really love the adult characters in this movie. I think they're great. And I think that's what's going to bring that adult audience, that non-teenage audience to the movie, are those characters. But I did have a few complaints. I think that they make a few too many references to the John Hughes movies. And there's a few scenes that harken back to some of his things. And they make a purpose to reference those and to say that this movie isn't that movie, but then in the end, it's just like they're references for the sake of references. And I think there are a few, considering she's supposed to be unattractive and all of these nerds that she's pretending to sleep with for their popularity are not that unattractive.
No.
For pretty much this entire school is Stepford teens.
Yeah.
And
well, it is a movie made in Hollywood.
And it's a teen movie, no less. Yeah. So,
I disagree, though. I think that the John Hughes references were not, I thought that they were very much homage rather than throwaway.
Even towards the last third.
Yeah, even
Don't You
even
Forget
at the
About
end,
Me and some of that stuff.
I see, and I think, but at the same time, I also thought that since the character loved John Hughes movies, it actually played in well. I would agree that it would be overplayed if the main character hadn't mentioned her love of John Hughes movies. So yeah, there is a lot. It is heavy on John Hughes references, but in my opinion, it's homage and even to a degree kind of indulging the character.
And the plot supersedes all of those things. Those references are peppered in, but I think in the end, it's about the story and it's about the plot, and it won me over. And I think Emma Stone really proved that she can carry a movie.
Yes, very
so look out for her.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show today, and thank you, Todd.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
For coming on and talking with me.
Yeah.
And if you want to catch us on YouTube, you can watch